Uh, Hello, this is I'm a dog Nico. In this video, um, I'm gonna try, um, making my superstar lobster work better, but I'm not entirely sure what the issue is, so I'm just gonna go in there, mess around with some things. Um, but I guess if it doesn't work, then I won't upload this. It's not really worth uploading. Um, yeah, I think it's a spring issue, but we'll see once we get into it. I have been here twice before. Um, I already got most of the screws out. Um, the first time I got in here was, well, I made a video about that. It was broken when I got it. And the second time I got in here was to try and see if I could get the head to raise up better, which is the main issue here. Um, the inside of this plaque is a circuit board, got a speaker over there. We got the button and the sensor here, and this is how it actually mounts to the plaque. And this is the typical lobster mechanism, but it is interesting because they replaced the square piece here with this L-shaped piece instead. I imagine it's probably just because this this plaque was taken off of a boogie bass, and I'm sure the insides are not exactly fit for the original design of the lobster mechanism. But I've never been inside of my boogie bass, so I wouldn't really know what's in there or how it's attached to the plaque. But I'm assuming they didn't really change anything, right? Take this off of the plaque by screwing this here. By screwing that one plastic piston. Okay. Nope. There. Probably doesn't really matter, but take these little things out, push the fabric through the little hole so that it's not in the way. Take them off the plaque. Last time I was in here, I actually um did mess up some stuff, and I had to resolder the wires back onto the head and tail motor, which was annoying, especially because I accidentally melted the plastic on the plaque a little bit, but you can't really see it because it's underneath the legs, so wait, here, off. All right. Um, you can just pull the whole thing off really easily, but I want to try doing it carefully so that I don't take any wires off like I did last time. So when I pull this up over the tail, I need to move the tail up a little bit. Oh my goodness, what is that? You have to be quite careful with this. Make sure you don't snap anything. And there. Okay. Yeah. Snap motors might continue pulling this off. And really be careful with this motor. Build quality on this thing is unfortunately not great. Um, which I guess it's not very surprising. Um, you don't even know what company made this, so that gives you any hints as to how cheap it is. You don't even know who made it. So, got skin off. Let me mix these wide. Just make sure none of them are like coffee or crap. Huh. This yellow wire going along the motors is so it's kind of getting cut on this little bit of plastic here. Now this plastic, when I opened it the first time, the reason this happened was because I purposely melted it with a soldering iron as to get this super strip screw out of it. Um, but it does look like it's like starting to cut the wire, so I'm not sure entirely what to do about it. I guess I could just no. It's gonna like naturally rest up here. I don't know. Hmm. Figure that out after how to smooth this out so that it doesn't cut anything. Not sure. I think one of these springs is the problem. I think maybe one just isn't like either it's not pushing up with enough force or it's pushing down because I have noticed that it does kind of seem to be pushed down a lot, like to the point that it wouldn't just be done by the weight of the skin. So if you see here, you can see the spring right under here, and it goes up to here and it's screwed in there. That's pretty normal. But what's weird about this is that it's screwed in here as well. How these are usually done on the pretty much everything else that uses this mechanism is it just has little holes that it can stick into and you can like adjust the spring tension. Um, you can't do that on this one. And I don't know why they did that. I think it's dumb. Um, I guess until I can think of something else, I'm just gonna stop recording and then if I figure something out, I'll continue this. Um, I might just leave this guy in parts for a little while until I figure something out. So yeah, bye for now. Well, I realized something. Something pretty big, I would say. First of all, that dog. Um, anyways, I realized that this spring is on backwards. So it was literally pushing it down. I knew it. I knew that the spring was pushing it down. I just don't know how that I didn't put it together when I took the spring off the first time that it went like this. Because that's what that means, is it's pushing it down. So in theory, if I take it off and then I put it on the other side, then it would push it up, right? Cause look, this is way straighter now that it's off. So uh, I'm gonna do that now. Great, let's do this. Um, wanna take. Great. So this. Oh goodness, can't get in there. Um, so annoying. I get this other screwdriver. I have a lot of screwdrivers. Most of them aren't mine. I actually stole a lot of screwdrivers. That's why I have them. Um, this tiny little screwdriver is mine. I think this is the only screwdriver that I actually own. Now, I take this. It should work. Well, it's on. Yeah, that's a ton more force. Well, now the only way to test it, I need to put the skin on. But I'm confident that it will work. Somewhat confident. Pretty confident. I'm pretty confident in my word. You know, it's like look at the way that they did this cloth. Okay, look at how bad this is. Look at all of this like coming off like this. Like it's really bad. This cloth. It like gets caught on everything. So I'm gonna snip this a little bit. Look at all of this. All of this stuff coming off like this. This is like very bad. Mm, Now it's time to put the skin on, kind of, mostly. I'm gonna put the skin like half on. It's not like all the way completely on. I'm just gonna put it in the skin a little bit and see what it does. Because, you know, I don't really want to put the skin like all the way on and then realize it doesn't work. Be like, wow, I'm gonna have to take the skin off again. You know, doing something. Okay, this is enough, I think. Yeah, okay. Now we're gonna go find the switch. Just somewhere. Where's this? Come on. No. Oh, it went. Oh, it's doing the thing. Let's go. I think it might just be the way it's skin on. If the skin is on. Yeah, it's doing it. I fixed it. Let's go. It's 2 in the morning right now. I like lobsters. They, I love lovebirds. They live in the sea. I don't I don't actually know what that's a reference to. I just know it's a reference to something. If somebody said that at some point in time, okay, I don't know what like that inside joke is. I just know it exists. Like, cause I saw it in like it was in, it was a comment on like the singing fish wiki page for the winter singing dancing rainbow lobster. This what I'm saying right now makes no sense to anybody who like doesn't know singing fish. I promise you, this is real terms. Uh, and somebody commented, "I love lovers. They live in the sea," and I thought that was really funny. And I found other people saying that, so I'm pretty sure it's like some inside joke that I don't get, but I think it's kind of funny. I just don't actually understand why it's funny. Um, what really sucks when you're putting on these skins like this is the skin well, yeah, what really sucks when you're putting on the skin like this is the mouse. The mouse really does not like cooperating with you. So it's like I remember the first time I did this, my Rocky the Singing Lobster, the mouse was just out of place for a really long time because I didn't put it on right. It was like a month later that I finally got to like putting it on correctly. It was really annoying. I don't want to the wires too much. I don't want it to come off again. It would be really annoying right now, like after I'm so excited and stuff. It just decides to do that to me. I really got to be careful, you know. I'm doing stuff like this. It's like getting all the wires to not come off. It's hell. It's not really a lot I can say about this. It's just extremely tedious. Really gotta hope that you're doing everything like exactly the way it wants to be done. Getting closer. I'm slowly but surely getting closer to getting this on. Right. Got the mouth on. Just gotta pull this down further. It's just it's not necessarily like incredibly hard. It's just so like tedious. That's what's annoying about it. It just takes a long time. So you have to have some patience on you if you want to do this. I'm not sure who in the world wants to do this, by the way. Don't be like me. Don't be autistic like me and make all your friends and family buy you singing fish for really expensive. That's basically how I got like all of my singing fish. You, you can just pressure family members into your friends and family members into buying stuff for you. You know, it's it's really easy. I mean, like I personally wouldn't spend $60 on this. I mean, do I really like this? Yes, I do really like this watch. But would I have spent $60 on it myself? No. But would I make my sister buy me it for $60? Absolutely. I hope this is entertaining to somebody out there or informational. I don't know what this is. This is garbage. This sucks. You probably can't even see what's going on. You can't. I just now realized you can barely see any of it. That is that better? Yeah, my camera. See, cause this camera is so far away from me, I can't see it. I'm not checking it. I'm concentrating on the lobster. Why would I care about camera angles when I could be looking at a lobster instead? You know, like ew, camera angles. The lobster. Lobster's way cooler than camera angles. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Again, it's 2 in the morning. Um, I just like to reiterate that it's 2 in the morning as a filming this on a school night, and I'm doing this. I think this is productive use of my time. I really do. You know, the haters begin to hate. You know, I don't know what I screwed up on this, but I screwed up something on it because it's not coming down. Do the thing I want you to. Be good. Be good for me. Check these wires and make sure nothing's off. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, wait. It's stuck on something. There, I got it. I think that's about it. I think I see him. Oh yeah, I just realized it's been the wrong way around this whole time. Like it goes like this. It's funny. I actually never realized that this guy was like the opposite way on the plaque from most other fish, and that kind of makes sense since he's on a boogie bass plaque. But I just never noticed. I just never realized it until I got one. I don't think anybody else realized it either because on the same fish wiki it only says that it does not include this on the list of fish that are the opposite way on their plaque. So then again, I am one of the only two editors on there, so yeah, maybe it's my fault for not putting this important information on there, you know. Anyways, he's doing the thing, doing the thing like we all wanted him to do. There he is. It's not quite the way he's supposed to go. There, that's good. Turn this off. We don't want that on while I'm in there. I mean, I could keep it on. It probably wouldn't mess anything up because I'm smart like that. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not smart, but I'm just smart enough. You know, I'm not stupid. Or am I? Am I stupid? I mean, I'm the one doing this at 2 in the morning. You know, I might be stupid. I might be a little bit stupid. It's just a little bit though. You know, let me get the stuff that I need. Put all the screws and stuff over by. Probably can't even hear what I'm saying. Put all the screws and stuff over by Crocker Rock over here, so you can't even see it, so you don't even know what I'm talking about. But I just felt it was worth mentioning. Um, yeah, when I opened this for the first time, it was super glued in, or it was hot glued in, not super glued. um, same thing. It's not the same thing, you know. Um, which is really interesting because I think the only other thing that I've opened and have there had, what am I saying? And there's been like hot glue in there was Crocker Rock, which also had hot glue around those cloths. So that's interesting, I guess. Not really sure what it 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 does not give me confidence that this was made very well. And this is by far like the worst built singing fish I have. It's one of my favorites just because I really like it, but in terms of like the build quality, it's terrible. It's horrible. It's really, really bad. When I first opened this, like all the screws in it were like stripping really bad. I was very lucky I was able to get them all out. And there's like hot glue all over everything in here. And it just sucks. I don't know who made this. Alright. You know, we don't know. We don't know who made this. But whoever did it did not want to spend very much money on it. And they didn't. I can tell. I can tell they didn't. Sorry about the detour. We're back. My decided that it wanted to stop having battery. Um, but thankfully I have two batteries, so it doesn't really matter. Um, anyways, back to what I was doing. Ah, it's really through the so it's pretty. Um, it's what do you say? This sucks. Look, the whole reason I'm filming like this is to get a better. The whole reason I'm doing this like this is so that you can get a better camera. Is so you can get a better angle on everything, right? But I know by what I've seen that you're still not getting a good angle. So I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Like this. Uh, these mechanisms are really annoying. Or like I like them. I like these mechanisms, the lobster mechanisms, because I think they're good mechanisms, and they're not like extremely annoying to put on, I guess, but it's still not nice. You know, it's quite tedious, but I guess repairing anything is going to be quite tedious. So, like, I could be into cars instead. That would probably be really tedious. How much of this I'm going to leave in. I don't know how much of this I'm going to edit, honestly, because, sometimes when I upload things, I intend on editing it, but then I'm just like, yeah, I don't really feel like editing it. So I just don't. That's why so many of my videos are just like unedited garbage because I just didn't feel like editing them. Like I could, I easily could. I just don't want to. You know, I never liked it when other channels. There's so many other singing Twitch YouTubers that like they do the thing where they put their camera down and it's just like a black screen for a really long time. This always annoyed me because it's like it takes 2 seconds to edit out. And despite the fact that I may be lazy and don't want to edit anything, I promise there will never be a moment in one of my videos where it's just a black screen. Right? There may be moments where nothing is happening, but it's never going to be a black screen. You're at least going to see something. Right? Because never would I want you to see just a black screen. Insert racist joke here. Yeah, I want to edit a lot of this out because it seems really boring unless somebody really just wants to see me screw things in for a really long time. You know, is that entertaining to anybody? Watching a stupid idiot screw things in for like an hour, just unedited footage of me screwing things in for a really long time. I can make that. I can make that. I just don't think anybody would watch that. You know. I'm gonna test it right now. We're gonna test it right now, right here on this channel. Um, can you see this? See what's happening? That'll be good in games. Yeah, you can see it. All right, let's see. It's not as high as I wanted it to go, but it does it. Well, it goes higher. Okay, it goes higher. And it's not entirely what I want, but it works good enough to the point where, like, yeah, I don't think I need to do anything else. I think it's fine where it is. Because where it was before was really bad. Um, yeah. So I'm yeah, put screws back into the back of the plaque, and that's gonna be it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm never gonna do anything ever again. I'm not gonna edit it out. I'm never gonna do anything again. I'm just gonna after this. I'm just gonna curl up and die. So it's yeah. They didn't replace some of these screws because they were really badly stripped. I didn't want to put them back in. So that's why. So some of these screws are black. That's why. All the screws used to be silver, but I threw two of them away. They were really bad. I bet you that this will look way better on my wall because when I hang it on my wall, it's hung like vertically, like my Larry lobster and Karate lobster. Um, you know, I really like the idea of having absolutely everything hung on my wall, even if it doesn't have any like of the proper hanging holes. So I just like to use hooks to put everything in place. So, technically they could fall out at any moment. Both my Rocky Lobster and my fossil diplolysis, and this slightly, because I do, there are hanging holes on this, they're just not the right direction. So I put hooks here and here to make sure that it doesn't like uh just like go out the side. Um, but yeah, my Rocky Lobster and my fossil diplolysis are just always at risk of just falling down. Uh, but that's fine. Anyways, all right, let's see. Yeah. It doesn't quite go down properly, but it's fine. It's fine. I love him the same anyways. That makes me very happy. Well, I'm gonna go mount this guy on the wall, and then I'll show you him then. Alright, got him up here. Have it laid on. This is the fish hole. Uh, um, yeah. So, I can tell he's certainly his head is up further. So that's so wobbly. This is not very stable. Yeah. The whole thing shakes when his head goes up. Holy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to stabilize that, but it works good. Um, Very happy about that. So, guess that concludes this video. Um, Not uh really sure what else to say. No, but this he's still there. Dog. He stole my bed. I don't know why. Um, yeah, and case you didn't believe me, it is in fact in the morning right now. Dark outside. Um, yeah. Well, uh, bye. Not sure what else I'm gonna. I don't know what I was saying. I don't really know what I was about to say. This video was kind of like, first of all, it was like a test because I wanted to test out like a new format. Um, it's funny that both of my repair videos so far have been about Superstar Lobster. Um, yeah, I wanted to test it out in a new format. Wanted to see how this performs. This is going to be a longer video, I'm hoping. Well, it's definitely going to be a longer video since I filmed everything. Um, and this video was also kind of preparation for another video I have coming, hopefully soon, or just whenever I feel like filming it. Like it's just going to be and I mentioned it in my last video too. It's going to be uh, a review of three items. This is going to be my three lobsters. And I wanted to get Superstar Lobster working as best as I possibly could for that video. Um, but yeah, I hope this video performs well. Because I've been trying to figure out what exactly the people of the YouTubes want to see. Um, Hopefully they want to see this, whatever this is gonna turn into. Um, so bye now. Um, yeah, that's everything. Bye bye.